Yeah. Get high rapper. The man hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen, you already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour. If you Mike and Mike. Yeah, it's the man hour. Got the hottest plays, all the breaking news. Every rumor, every trade, every breaking bruise. Tighten knuckle screws, yeah, it's going down. Have you saying what the fuck and never watered down? It's going down, I'll be rolling up. And if you buy it or you sell it, then you made the cut. Watch me flip it back, I can double up. I got Sriracha for that ass, I'ma burn it up. Gotta check the rules and know that if you fair or foul. Ref blow the whistle, coach throw the towel. We can do this on the field or outside the line. It's the man hour though, now we going live.
And what is up, everybody? Mike and Mike Man Hour here. Michael Buckeyes with my man Mike LeBlanc. Live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Before we welcome Mike into the show, let's get some house cleaning duties over here, guys. If you listen to this on the YouTube channel tonight, youtube.com/Mike and Mike Man Hour. We are giving away a snapback hat tonight. The Mike and Mike Man Hour snapback hat. If you don't know what we're talking about, go over to mikeandmikemanhour.com, click on the merch store, and check it out. We are also giving away that $100 Amazon gift card still once we hit the 500 like mark on our Facebook page. So like the Facebook page, and then head over to the YouTube channel and interact with us in that chat because we will be giving it away. I'm going to start the giveaway right now. Let's welcome Mike LeBlanc to the show. Mike, what is up, man?
What is up? I've been away for a couple nights.
Yeah, it's been a few days, man. You had some family stuff to take care of, and I never fault anybody for family stuff whatsoever. Family's always first, right?
It is, man. I've talked to you personally about what's going on.
Right.
So I know everybody remembers a while back my grandmother had a stroke. So I got the word today that she's probably not going to make it through the night, and we'll be lucky if she makes it through the weekend. So with everything that's going on that you know personally, and then this, and then I'm signing some papers on Friday, and then got other things to do this weekend. Like literally, man, this has been probably not probably. This has been the shittiest week of my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, luckily, you have somebody like me here. Cheers. I'm drinking water tonight because I am super dehydrated from football practice. It's been like 100 degrees outside like this week. I'm super dehydrated, so I got to drink some water to hydrate for our game on Friday. But Mike, as you know, man, I am always here for you 100% on the back end of things, no matter what happens. So,
thank you, brother.
Yeah, me and you together are a team made of magic. And if you guys want magic, join the Mike Man Hour merch store. Match store.
Magic.
Right. Fantasy Fingers, right? Is that what it's called? Fantasy
Spirit Fingers.
Spirit Fingers, there you go. So, guys, our merch store, Mike, is officially live. mikeandmikemanhour.com. We got T-shirts, we got hoodies, snapback hats, and stickers as well. My stuff is supposed to be here early next week. The shipping is a little bit off a little bit because the whole COVID thing, they're operating like at 50%, I think they said. But, guys, head over to the Mike and Mike Man Hour. You can also donate to the show as well if you'd like to give us a donation. Just click on that donation tab. But I would prefer you guys just to buy a T-shirt or a sticker.
Yeah, buy a T-shirt.
Yeah, get a little something out of your cash, right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. So.
Oh, hey, Buck, I like this new layout.
Yeah.
And I like this. You can see everything. Even you can see my little Skype things at the bottom.
Yeah, usually the Skype thing's a little full. Like, it's full and that's all gone. But for some reason, I can't get it to work right now. So it is what it is.
you can see my wall of shoes and everything.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mike, go show the people those fresh new kicks like you got, like the blue on blues.
Oh, the new
yeah.
Keys.
I am digging those blue on blue ones, Mike. Like those are like. If you guys are shoe guys, you would dig those. Like, check those out, man. Blue on blue. Ooh.
Yeah, you got these.
Yeah. I'm digging the teal and the navy blue there. It is what is So we do have a top fan
Wait,
tuning in
I
tonight.
mean, you can't like talk about shoes and not talk about a rare pair.
Yeah.
Right?
Show me
You can't
that
talk
rare
about
pair.
a rare pair.
Show me it, man. Show me that rare pair.
I mean, you got the Yeezy Red Tails that are super rare.
Right.
You know,
Love it.
Yeezys.
Love it, man. Mike is a shoe connoisseur, guys. What is up, Jameson? We see you in the chat, big guy. Thank you, Jameson. Always tuning in. Welcome to the show, Jameson. So, Mike, you've been gone for a few days here, and I've been on this COVID rant like the last few days, right? Just like COVID's really pissing me off 100%. And now we are in the process of selling our house and like moving out and getting like a new house bigger for our family and all that stuff. And they tell me that the election is going to slow down our house selling and house buying process now. Like, what? Like, why? Do you want to know why? Because of COVID. They said COVID is going to ramp up in the next few weeks, causing everything to shut down again, to close down, slow everything down. It's just absolutely ridiculous, absolutely crazy. I honestly, man, cannot take it.
You know, I'm done.
Yeah.
So done with COVID. I'm done. Like, I'm done. You know, I can't remember if I was watching on Snapchat, TikTok, or Facebook, but there's this waitress I know at Twin Peaks, and she was talking like everybody's complaining about a mask and this and that, and she was like, you know, when I can walk up to one of my customers at Twin Peaks, and through my mask I can smell their body odor. Like, what makes you think COVID's not going to get through there? These masks are ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
I'm not. And again, people, I am not saying COVID is not real. We all know it's fucking real. Over 100,000 people have died from it. I get it. But just fucking let me live my life. If I want to catch COVID, then fuck it. Then it's my fault.
Yeah, let me tell you something here. Here in the state of Kentucky, yesterday they had 12 deaths related to COVID, right? In Louisville alone, there were 15 shootings of people under 18 years age and under. Like, what is the real problem here? Is it COVID, or is it the fact that none of these people are at work, at school, etc., so they're just shooting up the place, robbing the place, and rioting downtown?
Well, I saw today that there's a study that's going around among young people, teens, and people in their 20s. There are more suicides from those people, or from young people, that are more suicides from them dying of coronavirus. Like, I'm so done with it, man.
Yeah, so I don't know if I told you this
story. I don't even want to talk
story.
about this shit no more. Like, let's just move on.
Let's just move on. So, guys, if you, we do have some people tuning in over on the Facebook page here, guys. I would like you to head over to our YouTube channel right now, youtube.com/Mike and Mike Man Hour. We are giving away a snapback hat. We have a poll open and we have the giveaway open there. Just follow the instructions over there in the chat, and you will get a chance to win a snapback hat from us. The polls are open for another about 23 minutes. So once we hit the bottom of the hour, we are going to give away that snapback hat. So
I'm gonna put it in the chat for you guys in Facebook, so you don't have to be like, what did Buck say?
YouTube.com. Just go to YouTube and search Mike and Mike Man Hour. I believe we should be the first ones up there. 1,600 subscribers. If you guys would subscribe to that channel as well, you get additional entries into the snapback hat. So guys, head over to YouTube.com. We got a poll going there. Who is going to win the NFC East? We're talking that back at the bottom of the hour. But Mike, we have to take a quick little break here. Because RTF said so.
We have to take a break?
Because we have to. RTFSportsNetwork.com says, hey, we want to make a little bit of money, and we like to make a little bit of money too, guys. So head over to the Mike and Mike Man Hour. Get yourself a T-shirt. Get yourself a little snapback hat as well. If you don't win one, you can always buy one. And we also have stickers.
I need a hoodie. I need a Mike and Mike hoodie. I'm gonna head over there. I'm gonna buy myself a hoodie.
Yeah, I believe they're only $30 too. So it's a really good.
I need a hoodie.
Yeah. So, guys, we're
I'm
going
a shoe
to.
connoisseur and I'm a hoodie connoisseur.
Yeah.
I love shoes and hoodies
I can wear hoodies and shorts all day long.
all day long, every day, even when it's
all
100
day.
degrees outside. I will still wear a hoodie.
Shorts and a hoodie, 100%. So we're going to take a quick little break, guys. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk some more college football. It's been the trending topic here the last couple of days here on the Mike and Mike Man Hour. And at the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk the NFC East, mainly the Dallas Cowboys and Gerald McCoy. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the Mike and Mike Man Hour, guys. Here, Michael Buckeyes with Mike LeBlanc, live Raw on Unsports Talk, coming at you right here on RTSSportsNetwork.com. Noon edition, East Coast time, Monday through Friday. If you like to see our faces live, we're on YouTube, YouTube.com/Mike and Mike Man Hour. Saturday or Sundays through Thursdays, 10 p.m. East Coast time. I see some people popping up over there in the YouTube chat, guys. We are giving away that snapback hat over there. We have about 25 minutes left. The giveaway should be popping up here anytime now to show you how to enter in that giveaway. There's also a poll going there right now. All you got to do is vote and pick the Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, or Washington, who is going to win the NFC East this season. Let us know your thoughts on that. Now that all the stuff is out of the way, all the house cleaning options are out of the way, Mike, you've been gone, and the Big Ten has kind of basically shit has hit the fan.
Parents are going fucking crazy.
Right. I don't know where the Big Ten offices are located. Let's say Michigan, just because that seems like a centralized location, kind of. But Justin Fields has over 250,000 signatures saying, "Hey, let us play." He was on the
if the SEC is going to play, if the Big 12 is going to play, if the ACC is going to play, let Big 10 just play. Stop being fucking girls about the shit.
Yeah, Jameson, over there in the chat, you have to put explanation vote and then the name, just not explanation Eagles. So if you want to vote for the Eagles, exclamation point vote and then Eagles. So yeah, so Mike, what I've been saying like all week is like the Big 10 and the Big 12 have looked at the same data, right? And the Big 10 says this is dangerous. This is going to explode your heart. This is going to do this, and this. And then the Big 12 says, you know what? We're going to play. Like what is so different between one person's point of view and the other person's point of view? Like, I don't understand.
Well, I can tell you exactly what it is for the Big 12.
Go ahead.
Texas.
Texas.
UT said, look, we're going to play ball. And the rest of the Big 12, they're going to follow. Whatever, like, let's be honest, right? Texas may not be the best team in the Big 12, right? Because Oklahoma's been the best team for the past 6 or 7 years.
Right.
It's just what it's been, right?
Correct.
But let's be honest. In the grand scheme of things, Texas controls the Big 12. What Texas wants to do is what the rest of the Big 12 is going to follow to do. So Texas came in and said, we're playing ball, and the rest of you are going to follow suit. I think SEC, I think Alabama, because I read a lot of things about Nick Saban coming out saying that, hey, these kids need to play ball. They're more safer here at college playing ball than they are going back into their neighborhoods, right? So that's why.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I am just confused of the whole COVID thing, to be honest. Like, so after the announcement came out saying that the Big Ten wasn't going to play a fall football season, they're going to try to push it back to like spring. Like when I say spring, they're like playing in January, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I have college coaches that I talk to on a regular, because I coach high school ball, and we're talking to players, and they're always consistently talking to us and whatnot. So, so the question is when Nebraska says we want to play games still, the Big Ten's basically shunned them, right?
Yeah,
but then Ohio State, they're like, oh, we'll figure something out.
It's Nebraska. They don't carry any weight in the Big Ten. I bet you if Ohio State really stood up, Ohio State and Michigan stood up and was like, I don't give a shit what you're saying. We're playing football. The rest of the Big Ten would follow suit.
See, the problem is that Nebraska, or the Big Ten, doesn't need Nebraska as much as Nebraska needs the Big Ten. Like, let's just be flat out honest. Does the Big Ten
really need Nebraska though?
No, like that is what I'm saying.
I think Nebraska could leave the Big Ten and come back to the Big 12.
Right.
I think it was a mistake for Nebraska leaving the Big 12 in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think those games against Texas, Oklahoma, and Texas Tech. Man, some of those games were classics and are still considered classics to this day. Like when Nebraska left the Big 12, I was super confused why they left in the first place.
Yeah, I don't even know why the reason why it was that they they left. Was it because of the recruiting power? Was that the reason why they left?
I think it boiled down to money, but I mean at the end of the day, I think they had better recruiting when they were with the Big 12 than when they went to the Big 10. Honestly.
Yes.
Because I mean in the Big 12, Nebraska was always competitive. Nebraska was always in talks of being in the Big 12 championship, right? Because they had it broken down to North and South.
Right.
And Nebraska was in the North, and they was always between us or Texas and Oklahoma, and Nebraska and Nebraska. I mean, to be honest with you, it was Nebraska in the North. So, I really don't understand why Nebraska left in the first place, because in the Big 12 they were a powerhouse.
Yeah, and like the last couple of years that they were in the Big 12, they were kind of on that decline anyway. Like was it Osborne was their coach at the time, I think?
Yeah. I mean, I think they were on that decline because it was coaching. You know what I mean? But I think their recruiting power when they were in the Big 12 was a lot better than what it is in the Big 10.
So let's get to the obvious point here that the parents are going to the Big 12 commissioner's office saying, "Hey, let our kids play. Let our kids."
You mean the Big 10?
Yeah,
the Big 10.
Sorry, the Big 10. Parents are going up to the office saying, "Hey, let our kids play. Let our kids play." I had Mike Reeves on last night from Twist, and I'm going to take a quote from him saying, "Hey, you guys are no longer in junior high. You guys need to band together, speak up, and make a leader. Hey, if Justin Fields is going to be the leader of the Big Ten, you guys ride behind him. Go up to the Big Ten offices wherever they're at. Let's just say Ohio, wherever they are at. Go over there and tell them why you deserve to play. I mean, truth of the matter is, I have players that are in Big Ten schools right now. They are still practicing 12 hours a week. Do you guys understand that? Just because they're not playing games doesn't mean they're not lifting weights. Doesn't mean they're not on the field getting work. So what is the difference?
So I mean, if you're out there getting work, I mean, why aren't you going to play then? If you're out there practicing every day, then why aren't you going to play? Because a lot of the teams in the NFL have come out and said that, either no fans are going to be in the stands, 22%, 27%, 30%, or 50%, or we're going to do some kind of bubble. So why can't college football look to the NFL and be like, okay, this is what the NFL is going to do. We should probably do the same thing. Yeah. Right? Because it really, really, really it pisses me off because all these kids from the Big Ten, Justin Fields for once, or for example, Justin Fields is a decent quarterback. I think he will have a decent NFL career. I don't think he's going to be great in the NFL, but I think he'll have a decent NFL career. But how bad does this hurt his chances at going into the NFL?
I don't think
take a year off.
I don't think it hurts Justin Fields any. Like, it wouldn't hurt Trevor Lawrence. But look at Joe freaking Burrow for example. Let's say he did not play.
In college.
Yeah. Like, let's say he did not play last year with LSU. He was projected a 6th or 7th round pick. I mean, his senior year gave him the first number 1 overall pick. There are players out there that's going to happen to. Now, they do say they're still going to play a, quote, spring season in a bubble type format, right? Why can't they do that now? Like, what is so logistically hard to say if you're going to play in a bubble format? Because I believe the Big Ten said they were going to play in Indianapolis, Detroit, and Minnesota because they're all domes, right, in the month of January, February, March. Why can't they do that now? They play Saturdays. It's turf fields. I mean, it's not like the NFL is playing Saturday games, right?
No, they're not. I mean, I just don't understand if the other 3 out of the 5 Power 5
right
is going to play ball, then the Pac-12 and Big Ten need to get on board and play ball too.
Yeah, you're exactly 100% correct, because right now, if I'm a Big 12 coach, a SEC coach, I am in those players' ears going that are committed to Big 10 schools or to Pac-12 schools. Like, I'm like, do you really want to play football? Come to SEC. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
What happens when the next thing comes out?
Yeah.
And you're because we don't know when COVID or something like COVID's going to happen again.
Exactly.
We never expected it to happen then.
Right.
So now that gets the kids' mind going like, shit, well, yeah, what if this happens? I'm not going to be able to play ball. Like, I got 4 years, I got 3 years to think about.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm that player that, is not really a standout, I got at least 4 years to prove that. What's going to happen then? And I'm going to go to the SEC. I'm going to go to the Big 12.
Exactly.
I'm going to go to the ACC. I'm going to go to one of those schools.
Yeah, so for those people that are watching over here on the Facebook page, we really encourage you to go over to the YouTube page right now. Jump over in the chat, do #ManHour for the next 10 to 15 minutes. We're giving away a snapback hat. So all you got to do is head over to the YouTube channel, jump in the chat, give us a #ManHour, and boom, you are entered into the raffle. The raffle
again, that is youtube.com/Mike and Mike ManHour. Go win you a snapback.
/ the question mark key, Mike, /
whatever.
So Justin says it is all just politics, dripping their hands where they don't belong, as in the Big Ten.
I don't think it's politics so much. I really don't. I
would say more, yes, because Michigan's been very liberal on this COVID.
And here's why. Good. A lot of the Big Ten schools are in Democratic states. So maybe it is. Maybe it is politics. You got to think, a lot of the ACC, Big 12, and especially the SEC, are all in Republican states. So it could be politics. It could be.
That's a great point, Justin. Yeah,
it could be. It could be. I retract my statement.
Yeah. I mean, once you start thinking things out loud, you're like, oh, shit, that does kind of make sense. It kind of stumbles upon Jameson's post earlier today that the 9 highest crime rate cities in America are all ran by Democrats, too. But
don't say that. They'll come after us.
This is not a political show by any means. I am no.
You're gonna get Hillary Clinton to. She's gonna send people after us. Calm down.
So guys, head over to our YouTube channel. We are giving away that snapback hat. All you gotta do is do a #ManHour over there in the chat, and you'll get entered in. And Justin says thanks you. So basically saying thank you. I try to make us thank here. Thank you, Justin.
Let's kind of move on from college football. We've kind of talked about that. We've kind of beat that down to a dead horse.
Right.
Let's talk some motherfucking Cowboys.
Well, after a break, we'll talk some motherfucking Cowboys. Let's go ahead and take a quick little break. Pay some bills, guys. Head over to MikeandMikeManHour.com. Get yourself some merch. Got T-shirts, hoodies, snapbacks, and stickers as well. Head over there. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Mike and Mike Man Hour. That is live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Michael Buckasha here with Mike LeBlanc, my man. Mike, are you ready to talk some Dallas Cowboys, brother?
You know, oh man, I am.
These are your Dallas Cowboys.
I know.
These are your Dallas Cowboys.
But you know what? This always fucking happens, man. This always happens. We get a big name player, and then guess what? They fucking get hurt during the off season. So we finally get some help on. We finally get some help on the defensive line with Gerald McCoy. We get a superstar on our defensive line, and what happens?
He quads loose.
He tore his quad.
Tore his quad, man.
And and he's gonna have to have season-ending surgery. So now, you know, and I'm gonna get into this a little bit.
Jameson, I did see your comment.
I saw you post something on NFL Trash Talk earlier today that this is going to affect Dak Prescott, and someone responded, "You must be stupid and don't know football. That a defensive tackle is not going to, or you must be dumb, that a defensive tackle is going to affect a quarterback's play." I don't remember the name of the guy. I'm not going to go look it up. I'm not going to call you out.
Do you want me to look it up and call him out? He jumped into my inbox, man. He's like, "You are fucking retarded." I'm like, dude, listen.
Whoa.
I know football, son.
I'm going to break it down for him right now. I hope you're listening. Whoever the fuck you are, I hope you're listening. So if you don't think a defensive tackle will affect Dak Prescott's play, you are sadly mistaken. Because now, taking Gerald McCoy out of the equation, that hurts the Cowboys' defense. It really does.
Yeah.
So now that puts the pressure on Dak Prescott to go out there and score more points and continue to be more of a game manager than he is, because on defense, when you can stop people and you can keep them from scoring points, then that means you don't have to rely on your offense quite so much to put up those gaudy numbers. And the same thing with your Kansas City Chiefs, right? They had a decent defense, right? So if you lost someone on your defensive line, you would probably be like, "Oh shit," but it's okay because my offense can go out there and score a lot of points, so we're good.
Right.
With the Cowboys, it's a little different. You know what I mean? You can't go out there. The Cowboys team, aside from Dak Prescott, the Cowboys team is built like the Kansas City Chiefs to score a lot of points. They're built for a high flying offense, but Dak Prescott is not that quarterback that's gonna give you that it like Patrick Mahomes is, right? He's not going to make those no-look passes. He's not going to make those deep downfield passes like Patrick Mahomes. Dak Prescott is just not that guy. He's a game manager. He's a 5-10-yard passer. When he starts throwing those long passes, he's super inaccurate. He can't drop it in the bucket. Can he? Yes, I'll retract that statement. Can he drop it in the bucket? Every once in a while, yes.
Every quarterback can, otherwise they wouldn't be in the NFL. Like, let's be honest.
Every once in a while, Dak Prescott will drop it in the bucket. But more times than not, he won't. There was so many times last season when he overthrew Gallup going down the sidelines, and he left, I can think of almost every single game he left 7 to 14 points on the board because he overthrew Gallup. So this really, losing Gerald McCoy on that interior line hurt the Cowboys, not only for their pass rush and not only for their run stop ability. So that was a kick in the nuts to the Dallas Cowboys defense, because that was their one big superstar that they went out and got this offseason.
Yeah, I believe. Let me quote somebody. I mean, I don't know who said it, but these are not words coming out of my mouth. I think it was Marcus Spears from the NFL channel. He said that Gerald McCoy is a Hall of Famer defensive tackle. So when you lose a quote Hall of Famer defensive tackle on your defensive line. Yes, I believe he's 32 years old. He might be over the hill. Yada 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 yada. That puts a lot of pressure on those other guys that the Cowboys signed. Yes, they signed the Poe from the Falcons, which was originally from my Kansas City Chiefs, and I think Poe's got to be 31 years old too. And then they also who else did they sign? I'm trying.
Griffin from the Vikings.
Right. So that defensive line was going to be really freaking good, really, really dangerous, right? I mean, Jameson, our top fan over here on the Facebook page, now he's over here on the YouTube page getting entered in the Snapback chat. Like, all you got to do is do #ManHour over there on the YouTube chat to get entered in. In the next couple minutes here, we'll give it away. The Cowboys defense was looking pretty damn good. And Tim Brown over here
I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that losing Gerald McCoy is the end of the Cowboys defense. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that, but it
does take them from. I do think it takes them from. I had Dallas as an elite defense next season.
Top 5, easy.
Top 5, easy top 5 defense. Now I do think it takes them from a top 5 to a top 10 defense.
Right.
That puts more pressure on the offense when you get into those close games. It's going to be, we need the ball last in order for us to win. Whereas with Gerald McCoy in there, well, you know what, we can probably rely on our defense because we got that interior line.
Exactly.
We're good. So
and
it does take him from a top 5 to a top 10.
And also, Gerald McCoy is no longer a Dallas Cowboys either. There is a clause in his contract, I believe it was the second to the last paragraph on page 15 or some shit just like that, saying if he tore a quad, the Dallas Cowboys could cut him, and they're saving $3 million on cap space, a.k.a. look for Dak Prescott to probably sign a deal here in the next few weeks.
I don't think so. No, he can't sign. He can't.
Well, you can still talk about it and say, yeah, hey, we're going to work something out.
They can talk about it, but they can't do anything until the season's over. I don't think they signed. I don't. I'm still going with that, and I'm still holding with it. I don't think the Cowboys signed Dak Prescott even after this season. In order for them to give Dak Prescott the money Dak Prescott wants, Dak Prescott is going to have to go at minimum to the NFC Championship. That's it. If you don't make the NFC Championship, you're not getting the money you want.
And they definitely have the team on paper to do that.
They do.
So with everything that has happened now, Gerald McCoy no longer a Dallas Cowboy, Alex Smith cleared to play. I said it, with Alex Smith starting quarterback on the Washington football team, they are probably a 10-win team. I'm going to stand by that word, and I think if Alex Smith is on starting quarterback for the Washington Redskins, week number 1, they are a 10-win team going into this season. So, Mike, we have a poll over here on the Facebook page. Who is going to win the NFC this year? And right now it is 50-50 on Cowboys and the Eagles. Who do you think is going to win the NFC East?
I don't have faith in Dak Prescott, and that's coming from a true blue Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I don't have faith in Dak Prescott. He showed us last season that he cannot beat playoff teams. He showed that time and time again, all season long. I mean, hell, he lost to the Jets. So, and again, like I said earlier, there's so many points that he left on the board. Now, can Mike McCarthy possibly help him?
I think he will.
Maybe. Was it a Jason Garrett thing? Maybe.
It was.
But I don't have faith. I don't have faith in him. I don't have faith in our quarterback. And if you lose faith in your quarterback, you lose faith in the team. I've got the Eagles winning the division this year.
You have the Eagles winning the division. So right now it is 50-50 split. And guys, if you were over on the YouTube channel, the Snapback giveaway just ended, and Jameson Jackson is the winner of that Snapback hat. So congratulations, Jameson. All you got to do is click the link in the chat, verify who you are via your YouTube channel, and fill out the shipping information. It will get shipped to you as soon as it is made. So congratulations to Jameson.
Congrats, Jameson.
We would definitely like to see you post that up there on the Facebook page and tag us at Mike and Mike Man Hour. That would be highly, highly appreciated, my man. So, Mike, the problem is with the Eagles is the difference between the Eagles and the Cowboys. At least the Cowboys are healthy 9 times out of 10. The Eagles are healthy 50% of the time. You don't know if they're. Carson Wentz is the MVP caliber quarterback when he's healthy.
It comes down to Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz can stay healthy. If Carson Wentz can stay healthy, that's a Super Bowl caliber team.
A Super Bowl caliber on Madden, but I don't think in real life, man. Like something is not clicking in Philadelphia to make them another Super Bowl run. Like I don't know if. It's the same coach that they had when they won the Super Bowl like the last time. Did the Stars happen to the line just perfect? What's that?
And they won with a backup quarterback with Nick Foles.
Right. So that's why I think that the Stars just aligned every NFL team can beat any NFL team on any given Sunday. That's what makes NFL so freaking exciting week in and week out. When a team gets hot, just hot enough going into the playoffs and everything clicks, you can see a 7th seed go to the Super Bowl. Of
course, yeah. If you get hot down the stretch, yeah. Especially if you get really hot going down the stretch, you can see one of those teams, go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And yes, Justin, the NFC East. A lot of teams, yeah, they've been making a lot of moves, but I really hope the NFC East, all teams, right? Because the Cowboys are in the NFC East, so no matter what, when we go to the playoffs or we go to the championship or divisional rounds or the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for an NFC East team.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah,
I hope the NFC East gets back to smash mouth football, and we're going to come in there and we're going to punch you in the face.
And that also makes your division that much stronger looking forward, right? Because let's say the Eagles go to the Super Bowl and then the Cowboys lost to the Eagles in the AFC or in the NFC Championship, right? That makes your division pretty damn good and makes a really good and compelling argument for me saying that with Alex Smith on the roster or as a starting quarterback, I think the NFC East is a top 4 division in all of football. Over here,
I think with all the moves that they've made, I think the NFC East is the second best division in the NFC.
Behind the NFC West with the 49ers, Seahawks, those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they have better teams than the NFC. What is it? The NFC South with Tampa Bay, Saints, Carolina.
Tampa Bay's overrated, man.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's overrated. There's a bunch of old guys.
Hey, let's talk about that.
I don't see Tampa Bay winning more than 7 or 8 games this season.
Have you seen all that freaking honeymoon talk? My God,
it's horrible.
Evans is like, this is the best quarterback I've ever played with. He has such a strong arm, yada yada yada. The chemistry's great, and then Tom Brady is praising Eddie McCoy. He looks great in like a freaking helmet, yada yada yada. Wait till he gets popped in the mouth. You guys are all over 40 years old, except for Mike Evans and like Godwin. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they are going to get 10 wins probably because of the fact of their easy ass schedule.
So my boy Tim Brown, Tab, bro, you think Tampa Bay is going? You think Tampa Bay is it? Is that what you're saying? Is that why you're saying no? You think Tampa Bay is it?
Jameson is a firm believer of the Tampa Bay. He thinks they are going to win the Super Bowl.
Tampa Bay is not winning the Super Bowl. I'll tell you who's going to be in the NFC Championship right now.
Who?
It's going to be Seattle versus
Cowboys.
Green Bay.
Ooh.
It's going to be Seattle versus Green Bay. I'm telling you right now. Don't ever, ever, ever in your life count out Aaron Rodgers never mind without a chip on his shoulder. Don't count him out. But now he has a chip on his shoulder because they drafted Love behind him, and they've already they're doing the same thing they did to Brett Favre with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers can see the writing on the wall.
Right.
So if you don't think Aaron Rodgers has a chip on his shoulder, you are sadly mistaken. That Green Bay defense is nothing to be like, it's just the Green Bay defense. No, they have a decent, if not good defense that can actually play some ball.
That's a lie.
Come on, man.
Look what happened to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game last year. They got ran the F over.
Who?
The Packers
Green Bay?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got
But
ran the F over.
No, it's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be different this year.
Justin says Tampa Bay is going to take a big hit on their win-loss streak.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, no, Justin. They do have a defense. They do have a decent offensive line.
And they drafted a pretty high up for offensive line as well.
Yeah, they did. They drafted high for the offensive line. That offensive line, they did a lot to protect Tom Brady. They did. They did a lot to protect Tom Brady. If you look at it, a lot of the things that they did this offseason once they got Tom Brady was to protect Tom Brady. Tampa Bay will be formidable only because the division turned into the AFC South. I'll agree with you there. I mean, Tampa Bay is going to have to deal with the Saints. I think the Saints are going to sweep them in that division.
Especially since they played them early. They play them week 1 and week 9.
Yeah, I mean, but the Saints are my pick for that division. The Saints are going to win that division. I honestly, I don't see Tampa Bay winning more than 7 or 8 games. I know you have them at 10, and I know they have an easy schedule.
Right.
But it's a new offense for Tom Brady.
Right.
It's a new cast for Tom Brady. He's not with Bill Belichick. This isn't the same old offense that he's used to year in, year out. No offseason. We're gonna see Tom Brady not fumble, but we're gonna see him stumble this season.
Is he going to fall off?
Yeah, I think Tom Brady's gonna. We're gonna see a decline of Tom Brady, and this is where all the pundits and all the trolls and everything come out and say, "See, I told you it was Belichick. It wasn't Tom Brady."
Make a bold prediction right here on the Mike and Mike Man Hour. August 19th. Does Tom Brady retire at the end of the season because he played so bad?
Ooh, no, I think he's got one more year left in him.
Jameson says Tampa Bay wins 11 games. Watch.
Nope. No, I don't think Tom Brady will retire after this season. I think he'll go one more with a full off season with Tampa Bay, and they do a little. They add more to the pieces. I don't think Tampa Bay is going to be great this season. 2021 may be a different story.
And Tim Brown says Tom Brady will bring a trophy to Florida.
He might.
He might bring a participation. Yeah, say, hey, thanks for going 8-8.
Not this season.
No.
Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Who'd you say, the Ravens?
Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Okay, so speaking of the Ravens, some breaking news.
Here we go with your trash talk on Lamar Jackson.
No, I'm not going to talk about Lamar Jackson, but if you want to, I mean, he is still trash. Moving on. Dez Bryant is reporting in talks with the Ravens and going to resign in the next couple of days, per rumors and sources and whatnot. Do the Ravens need Dez Bryant?
Yeah, hell yeah. I want to see Dez Bryant throw up that X, son. Let's go.
That's just a Cowboy
I
thing.
could not be besides Green Bay, I can't think of a better place for Dez Bryant.
Seattle.
I give you that. I give you Seattle. But I really like Dez Bryant to the Ravens. Dez Bryant is going to be super deadly in that red zone, not only because Dez Bryant is just deadly in the red zone, but because Lamar Jackson makes it difficult for any defense to defend him in the red zone. So now you've got to worry about Mark Ingram, Dez Bryant, or Lamar Jackson. So that red zone offense, I think that's probably going to be one of the best red zone offenses in the league.
Yeah, the problem is that Dez Bryant hasn't played since 2018, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, you're right, but he's been working out constantly.
You can work out all you want. There's a difference between football shape and game shape. It does matter. I can go hit these squat rack and the power cleans and the bench.
Yeah, but
work out for
Dez
6
Bryant,
months. I can go run, do the speed ladder.
It doesn't matter. Dez Bryant is a talent. Period.
Talent or not, you saw what happened when he took a year off. He tore his Achilles because he tried to come back too freaking fast. There's no preseason. There's no training camp. There are no preseason games. He's going to come back week 1, trying to go full speed again, and he might tear his freaking quad.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit, Buck.
I'm just telling you the facts here, man. The facts is that Des Bryant doesn't have a second gear. He goes first into overdrive, right?
It does.
Yeah, and that's what hurt him in New Orleans. I think he would have succeeded very well.
With Tom Brady, or not Tom Brady, excuse me, with Drew Brees,
and with
Drew
the
Brees
accent of Michael Tom.
That would have been beautiful to watch. It really would have been beautiful to watch. But you know what? I hope they come to a deal. I mean, I don't see Des Bryant walking away from playing with the Ravens. I really don't. Even taking, minimum pay, 1 year prove it deal. Let's be honest. If they're in talks right now, Des Bryant's probably going to accept whatever they offer just to get back into the NFL.
Yeah.
Prove that he is still the receiver he was when he was in Dallas. And he's going to be dangerous.
You know who would be more dangerous than Des Bryant right now?
AB.
No.
Who?
Terrell Owens. T.O. Have you seen that man?
He's still in top-notch shape.
Dude, he
he
is
was only
43.
like 3 steps behind Tyreek Hill when they did the 40-yard dash.
Yeah. Terrell Owens needs to go to Tampa Bay right now, sign that retirement home football team, and if you are listening to Jameson here, says get a Super Bowl ring, because Jameson says they will be the first franchise in the NFL history to play a home Super Bowl game and win, and it will solidify Brady as the greatest.
No, Brady's not going to win a Super Bowl. I'm sorry,
bold statement.
Not this year. That's a bold statement. They've got to get past. And yes, I do think the Cowboys will win. Will squeak into the playoffs, right? So Tom Brady's got to get past.
Going to be easier.
They've got to get past the Cowboys, or they've got to get past the 49ers, or they've got to get past the Seahawks, or they've got to get past the Green Bay Packers. The rest of the NFC is kind of a toss-up. Those five are, those 5 teams are for sure locks. Cowboys
49ers aren't.
49ers, that defense is fucking monstrous. I'm sorry, Buck. I know you hate the 49ers.
I don't hate them. It's just Super Bowl slumps are real.
But Cowboys, 49ers, Seahawks, Green Bay, and the Cowboys, like you're going to have to get past those 5 teams to even have a wild card round against one of those teams.
Yeah.
And
because only one team gets a bye this year, so.
Yeah, only one team gets a bye. That'll be the Seahawks. The Seahawks will get that bye.
Yeah, I could probably see that.
I think the Seahawks win 13, 14 games this season.
14's a lot because they do have a pretty tough schedule with
They
the 49ers.
They do. They play in the NFC West, which is a tough division. You've got Seahawks.
So let's
and the Arizona Cardinals, which, yes, Justin McCarter, the Texans are fucking stupid to let Hopkins go to Arizona.
Let's go ahead and address that. I mean, is Hopkins going to catapult the Arizona Cardinals to at least a playoff team?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Hopkins, in my opinion, remember we talked about this on a couple shows ago, where we talked about the quarterback making the receiver, not the receiver making the quarterback, right? We talked about that, right? I think Hopkins made Deshaun Watson. I don't think Deshaun Watson made Hopkins, because Hopkins was great before Deshaun Watson's. So I think Hopkins is going to go and he's going to make Kyler Murray a better quarterback. I don't think Kyler Murray is an elite quarterback. I think he's decent and he's good, but I don't think he's even though, yes, he hasn't been in the league long, but let's look at some of the quarterbacks who haven't been in the league long. Patrick Mahomes. He's no Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Lamar Jackson. He's no Lamar Jackson. Players like that. I don't think Kyler Murray is there. I don't think Kyler Murray will ever be a Patrick Mahomes or a Lamar Jackson. I don't. But I do think Hopkins makes Kyler Murray a better quarterback.
And you know who makes Hopkins a better wide receiver? Larry Fitzgerald on the other
Fitzgerald.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mr.
you get a
Hands.
chance to pick a mind. I think he's 15 years in the league. Like, he is a crafty veteran, still at the top of his game. He is going to teach him stuff that Hopkins has never dreamed about learning. And not only that, when you have Fitzgerald and Hopkins on opposite sides of the field, that safety can only play one side.
Yeah, you can only play one.
Right.
And, no matter – and Fitzgerald, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Fitzgerald still has hands.
Yeah, like the wide receiver's hands never go. A wide receiver will never lose his hands whatsoever. We've seen it on the Peyton Manning's 30 for 30. The Vikings. Carter still has his freaking hands. Like he can still grab balls. Like what? Like it's just like your mind goes. Like your ability to prepare for the games. Yeah, it just when people retire from the NFL, usually 9 times out of 10, it is not because their talent has gone away. It is because their drive to prepare for the games has gone away. Not to play the games on Sundays. It is the Tuesday through Saturday preparation that they don't want to do anymore. Like so. Yeah. I was going to say something, but I forgot. Oh, Jameson here says San Francisco versus Tampa Bay in the conference champion title game, along with KC versus Baltimore Super Bowl matchup, Ravens versus Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, and he clearly has the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl. This guy.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Very bold statement, isn't it?
Very, very bold. I will agree with him on the Kansas City versus Ravens, and I think Ravens get the best of Kansas City this year. Ravens, I think, will be in the Super Bowl, but I think it's going to be Ravens and Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
So you want to hear a bold statement from a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
What's that?
I don't think the Chiefs get the second or a number 1 seed going into the AFC playoffs this season. I think they're a third, maybe 4th seed.
Do you think they make it to the AFC Championship game?
I do, but they play the Ravens in like I guess would be the what's after the wild card?
Division. The divisional round?
Yeah, the divisional
round. So you
round.
think Kansas City knocks the Ravens out?
I do.
No, I don't think so.
The Ravens will get a bye. Kansas City will go to Baltimore, whoop their candy asses because Lamar Jackson can't win in January, and then we could possibly see a Colts versus Chiefs AFC Championship game.
That might not be bad. Colts. I mean, that's.
Thanks for tuning in, Justin.
You can't you can't, man, you can't count out the Colts. Now, I will agree with that.
Now, we have been speaking about GOATs and Hall of Famers and like whatnot, and people usually measure success by championship rings and whatnot. Let's say it is a Chiefs versus Colts AFC Championship game, right? Colts go into Arrowhead, and Phillip Rivers beats the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead for the AFC Championship game, sending him to the Super Bowl, but he loses the Super Bowl. Does Phillip Rivers solidify himself as a Hall of Famer like at that point?
No, I think he needs to go in. I think he needs to win that Super Bowl.
He has to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think the AFC team will win the Super Bowl again this year. I mean, some of the teams in the AFC are just flat out stronger than the top teams in the NFC.
The problem with the AFC is they are more stacked top to bottom, so those playoffs are going to be no cakewalks. You are going to be in a dogfight through
every
the
game,
playoffs.
every week.
Yeah,
every week. Yeah.
Now,
every week's going to be a dogfight.
If you're playing the Tampa Bay
team.
Buccaneers in the playoffs, that's a cakewalk.
I don't think it's a cakewalk. I mean, let's say Cowboys and Tampa Bay play in that first round in a wild card. I got the Cowboys beating. I got the Cowboys taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I actually have them as a 4 and 5 seed if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just really intrigued that football is 20 days away, Mike.
I know. Do you see 21 the smile days on my away. Face?
Yeah.
Do you see the smile on my face?
I love seeing that smile, buddy.
Oh.
Kansas City Chiefs versus the Houston Texans at Arrowhead Stadium. Woo.
Oh.
Good time.
I'm so glad that we're going to have football.
Yeah. So speaking of that, Arrowhead Stadium says they're only going to be 22% capacity this season because the whole COVID bullshit, right?
This season until the election, and then after the election, COVID's gonna go away because Trump's gonna win. And then
Do you give Houston a chance though without Arrowhead being full blast?
no, I don't. I don't give. We broke down the Texans schedule.
Yeah.
I've got the Texans winning. I mean, Deshaun Watson is good for at least 5 games. That's about it. I've got them winning 5, 6, 7 games if they're lucky. I mean, you can't expect to win all. You can't expect to have a winning season when you get rid of your number one receiver.
Right.
You can't. You can't. And J.J. Watt is already on his way out. He's
Picked
old.
up Randall Cobb though, right?
I mean, oh yeah, they picked up Randall Cobb. Good luck with that.
I like
But
Randall Cobb.
I like Randall Cobb too. I think he's a decent slot receiver, but that's what he is. He's a slot receiver. He's not going to make a whole lot of magic happen for you. I mean, yes, you got Stills. So if you're going to rely on Stills for your number one receiver,
I think
that's
so.
no Hopkins. So you got Stills and Fuller, and then you got Randall Cobb.
That's not a horrible receiving core, man.
It's not horrible, but it's not Hopkins, Stills, and Fuller. Changes it a little bit with Hopkins, doesn't it?
Yeah, but at the same time, if Randall Cobb was half the receiver that he was with Green Bay, I mean,
but I mean, think about this: who is Watson going to throw up that 50-50 ball to?
Randall Cobb, or actually Fuller would probably be the 50-50 guy, I think.
So you would try? No, you can't. You're going to, right? Because it's the name of the game. You're going to have to. But there's places that Watson would throw the ball that you would think that it's going to get intercepted, and Hopkins came down with it.
I'm not saying Hopkins is not a top 5. Hopkins is second or third best receiver in all of football. No doubt about that. You cannot replace that with just one guy.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't hope to throw up that 50-50 ball and then hope.
They also got Brandon Cooks from the Rams too. So
I mean, we'll see. I 8-8 at best. You know what the Texans need to do?
Fire Bill O'Brien?
Yes.
So Bill O'Brien they were up 28-3 versus the Titans, right? Titans come back and won that game. Bill O'Brien should have been fired the next day. That night, he should have been fired. Before he got back to the locker room in his office, he should have had a pink slip on his desk. That is
I don't
2 years in a
understand
row.
how Bill O'Brien was the coach last season.
Well, because he's a general manager, he can't fire him. He wouldn't fire himself, right?
Tab. How are you going to say Hopkins is not a true deep threat when you can send him 30, 40, 50 yards down the field and throw up that 50-50 ball, and 8 times out of 10, Hops is going to come down with it? How can you say he is not a true deep threat? Sure, he might not be the fastest. You absolutely right. But if you throw that 50-50 ball up to Hops, 8 times out of 10, he's coming down with it.
So, speaking of the Texans here, Jameson hit us up on the YouTube channel here, guys. If you guys not subscribed to the YouTube channel, we'll be giving giveaways every week here moving forward here. The Texans receivers are Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller, the 5th, I think it is, Kenny Stills, and Randall Cobb. That's a pretty good receiving core, man, as far as names goes.
Decent.
I bet you the Giants would love to have that. The Jets would have loved to have that. How about this? Tom Brady would have loved to have that on the Patriots. Just saying.
Maybe.
I
mean, man, he's got Mike Evans now. Mike Evans.
And Godwin, right? Goodwin.
Yeah.
Godwin.
Mike Evans, in my opinion, is probably. I think Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans is the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, probably. If you guys want to know who the RTF Sports Network people things, who are the top 5 receivers in the NFL, head over to rtsportsnetwork.com. Click on the blog section. Mike Fink is compiling information right now from our votes. I had a vote. I put Mike Evans number 3. So.
Ooh, number 3. Who'd you put number 1?
Who did I put number 1? You really want to know?
I need to know.
Go to rtsportsnetwork.com and read the blogs.
That's horrible. That's some bullshit, Buck. You
Michael
can't do
Thomas.
that to me. Who'd you put to number 1?
Michael Thomas.
Ooh, I have Michael Thomas as number 2.
Who is your number 1?
My number 1's Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, and DeAndre Hopkins.
Actually,
that's my top 3.
You want to know who a real sleeper number 1 receiver is? Julio Jones. Julio Jones.
Is, man.
I
Julio
believe.
Jones, I don't think he's that top receiver anymore. I really don't.
Every year in the NFL, he has had over 1,400 yards, except for last season. He had 1,396 yards or something like that.
I can't give Julio Jones love because he's from Alabama. Sorry, can't do it.
Didn't he go to Georgia?
No, I think he was
Oh, I'm thinking of Matt Stafford. My bad.
Yeah, no, Julio Jones was Bama. No, I can't give him no love because he's from Alabama.
I was actually thinking of Megatron, Georgia Tech boy, right?
Ooh, DK Metcalf. That's a good choice. But, I mean, I think Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, and Hopkins, they've just been doing it better for longer.
Right. If DK Metcalf repeats what he did last year, I think he slides into that top 5 receiver core.
Yeah, for sure.
So, guys, that is going to be it for the Mike and Mike Man Hour, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the giveaway and the votes here over here on the YouTube channel. We're going to be a lot more active over there on the YouTube channel with polls and giveaways and whatnot. Shout out to Jameson for winning the snapback hat. He got the link, and his hat is being shipped out as we speak. So, guys, as always, thank you for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe. We're still giving away that $100 Amazon gift card. Like the Facebook page. Share the live feed as well. Get you entries into that. Mike, any closing thoughts before we head out?
No, man. My same thing as I say all the time, man. Love each other. Be good to each other. Love each other. Stop fucking going against each other. We all love each other. Cheers, fuckers.
Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow.